Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Is Bitcoin ever going to breach that $10,500 mark, guys? Last night we saw a bit of a dip. Okay, Bitcoin's still hovering in this zone. This is Bitcoin on the daily. Let me put it for you. Let me put it on the 2 hour just to show you guys what has been happening. So over the last few hours now, Bitcoin has been declining in price. Okay, it was sitting at about 9,600 and now trading at 93.76. It's the same for XRP. This is XRP on the 2 hour as well. XRP trading at 0.184 cents. A sell-off for the crypto space. VET, guys, let me bring up VET here. VeChain, look at that. The dip isn't as significant, as deep as Bitcoin, nor is it as deep as XRP. Let's look at some of the other cryptos here. This is Ethereum on the 2 hour chart. We got Litecoin over here on the 2 hour chart. You guys can see the sell-off is the same across the board. Let's go XMR, just to be crazy. XMR, same kind of thing. So VeChain looking to hold its own right now. Nevertheless, there is a dip. I'm going to put it back on Bitcoin. There is a dip, and here's my thought. And it's been the same thought for the last little while. We have to breach, obviously, 10,428 to be precise, in order for that rally to continue upward. But if we go below this mark here, this is about an 8,900 per BTC, we're in trouble. The trend is looking to be going bearish, so we'll keep our eye on it, see what happens as the day goes on. Yet we're seeing more cryptocurrency adoption in the United States, guys. This from Michael at Val5Links on Twitter. He sent me this. Retailers including CVS Pharmacy, Rite Aid, and 7-Eleven are now allowing LibertyX mobile app users to purchase up to $500 in Bitcoin with cash. Okay, this is a big departure from the little mom and pop convenience stores that used to hold those Bitcoin ATMs, okay? This is CVS, one of the biggest pharmacy outlets in the United States, and 7-Eleven, obviously, you know the name brand there. So here's what's going on. LibertyX, the firm that launched one of the early Bitcoin ATMs, has just made purchasing Bitcoin in cash possible at more than 20,000 retail locations across the United States. In the announcement that they released on LibertyX's Twitter account, the crypto ATM service company said customers of retailers, including 7-Eleven, CVS Pharmacy, and Rite Aid, would be able to buy Bitcoin with cash. Users need to have the LibertyX mobile app installed, select which retailer location they will visit in advance, and scan their barcodes at the time of purchase. According to LibertyX, crypto holders can buy between $20 and $500 up to 0.052 BTC at the time of this writing, with transactions processed in minutes for a small fee. And this is an interesting statement here from the CEO. Now everyone is only within a few miles away from owning Bitcoin and becoming part of its global community. Buying Bitcoin is as easy as scanning a barcode while shopping for groceries. Guys, I don't think you understand how big this is. Now, I know it's Bitcoin and not XRP. Let's set that aside for a second. What they are promoting here, though, is cryptocurrency adoption through that one vehicle that people already know, the name recognition of Bitcoin. And not only that, LibertyX, who does the ATMs, are putting it in the most prevalent pharmacies and convenience stores across the nation. Access for people who might not be technological savvy is going to really change the face of buying cryptocurrencies, especially if there will be a push for cashless. This could be a sign also, in my opinion, that something could get funky with the Fed, could get funky with the US greenback, maybe a run on the banks. I don't know. I'm not saying that that is going to happen, but it looks as though LibertyX is getting ready just in case. Do they know something we don't know? I don't know. But I have never seen a push like this in order to get Bitcoin in the face of millions and millions of people who would never otherwise think about buying cryptocurrency. Think of what happened in Venezuela with the petrodollar. Remember when the government said, you know what, our currency is worth crap now? Guys, start buying Bitcoin and Litecoin. I don't know if you guys remember that article, but that happened not too long ago. And now LibertyX setting up the infrastructure so that people who aren't crypto people like you and I can go to their local pharmacy and buy Bitcoin with cash. Why would they set up this infrastructure? Food for thought. And I just reported on PayPal the other day with regards to getting into the crypto game, and obviously now they are on a crypto hiring spree. They want blockchain experts amid reports of wide-scale support for digital assets. So PayPal, not messing around, they're looking to hire crypto and blockchain experts amid reports that the online payments giant is preparing to launch cryptocurrency services. Right, because this wasn't even an official announcement from PayPal. It kind of got leaked. The company is hiring a cryptocurrency engineer to work as technical lead for the company's crypto engineering team based in Chennai, India. Whoever fills the position will be responsible for new initiatives for PayPal Global with a focus on agility, time to market, and innovation. The role includes the design, development, and maintenance of key crypto products / features targeted towards the availability, performance, and scalability of PayPal services. So despite the fact that mum was the word, that they were trying to keep it hidden, looks like that report about PayPal getting into the crypto game holds water, as they are now hiring crypto and blockchain experts to add as part of the PayPal team. More Ripple news, guys. Ripple affiliate Coins.ph joins new remittance network reaching the unbanked in the Philippines. So the bank, the country's 10th largest by assets, announced on Tuesday that it's launching 11,000 cash-out remittance counters across the archipelago, including in rural or remote areas where citizens may not have access to banking services. The counters provide points of contact with the bank's financial services, ranging from smartphone apps to full remittance hubs. So this is Union Bank, and they are teaming up with Coins.ph, who we know is a liquidity provider for XRP. So Union Bank said it was extending an existing partnership with Coins.ph, a regulated Philippines-based company using a blockchain platform to provide remittances and other payment services, as well as a cryptocurrency exchange. Coins.ph has a relationship with Ripple and uses the XRP cryptocurrency, as we all know. Here's a quote here. With the onset of this pandemic, it has become crucial that our products and services quickly adapt to the challenges presented in this new digital normal. This is from Union Bank President and CEO Edwin Bautista. He says, this cash out service is just one way for Union Bank to demonstrate its commitment to financial inclusion as we continue venturing forth in teching up the Philippines. They make a note down here that both Coins.ph and Union Bank are regulated by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, the Philippine Central Bank. So Coins.ph teaming up with Union Bank to help bank the unbanked. Obviously, a very strategic partner considering they are a Ripple affiliate. And the pandemic, guys, catching a lot of people by surprise. They're realizing that now's the time. If they're going to tech up, as the CEO puts it down here, the CEO of Union Bank, Edwin Bautista, if they were going to tech up, now's the time. And so we're seeing more widespread adoption for Bitcoin at CVS and 7-Eleven locations. And now saw this on Twitter from Addison Flash. XRP News, he says, just got this letter in the mail from Bank of America, which we know is a Ripple partner, and I'm jumping out of my skin. If this isn't proof of a CBDC rollout plan, then I don't know what is. Now, I read this letter, and they said in the letter that they're making an amendment because of the changes to their business practices. The section titled Types of Transactions has been revised to clarify that cryptocurrency is considered a cash equivalent, treated as a cash advance. Paragraph 3E in the definition of cash advance now reads the follows. So basically, when purchasing foreign currency, money orders, travelers' checks, or to obtain cash, each from a non-financial institution or person-to-person money transfer bets, lottery tickets purchased outside the United States, casino gaming chips, cryptocurrency, or bail bonds with your card or account number, including through the use of an enabled mobile device. They have now just what they have done is, it's not necessarily a CBDC rollout, but what they have done is now they have included cryptocurrency as a means of payment because they are realizing this is becoming more and more prevalent. And so they want to be able to ding you wherever they can. Jungle Inc. here responds, they want to charge you the cash advance fee and interest rate when you buy crypto. Digital Nomad Investor says that's a money grab, is what that's proof of. They just want to charge you higher fees, as said by Jungle Inc. So nothing specific to XRP News necessarily, or CBDCs for that matter, but it does paint an interesting picture with regards to what Bank of America sees as an ongoing trend, I suppose, with their business. More people realizing, cryptocurrency, maybe I can use that to buy some of these other products that they offer, and now they are just incorporating cryptocurrency into their terms of service so that they can charge you extra fees when you're using cryptocurrency. Not great news, at least not for Addison Flash, not for Bank of America customers necessarily. But if you look at it from the standpoint of cryptocurrency adoption, it certainly is a step in the right direction. Guys, I saw this one too from Michael at Val5Links on Twitter. Sends me a lot of great stuff here. So we talked about Facebook and that connection with MasterCard and WhatsApp and how they want to get into Brazil. Well, Facebook's recently launched WhatsApp payment service called WhatsApp Pay has suffered a significant setback as the Central Bank of Brazil announces its suspension over regulatory and security concerns. So despite the fact that they want to go into Brazil, the Brazilian central bank will have none of it. So down here it says, unfortunately, following months of trial in the Indian market, Facebook continues to stay stuck in the regulatory maze because they're talking about getting into the Indian market as well. Thus, successful launch in the Brazilian market was vitally important to the firm. The region has also witnessed a sharp surge in cryptocurrency interest, with Brazil being named among the top 10 Bitcoin maximalist countries. However, within a week from its launch, the Brazilian central bank has decided to put a halt on WhatsApp Pay services to its 120 million users in the country in its efforts to level the playing field and give other emerging startups a chance to find their niche. So a bit of a setback there for Facebook and WhatsApp. Thought I'd just update you on that, considering that was fairly recent news. We got more here though, guys, a lot today. Here's one from Crypto Wolf at XRP Crypto Wolf on Twitter. Contour, which is powered by R3's Corda blockchain technology, just partnered with essDOCS, who is the leading enabler of paperless trade. So the news follows Contour and essDOCS' initial collaboration powering a recent paperless trade transaction between Rio Tinto and Baosteel. Following this transaction, the two companies completed a full integration between Contour and essDOCS' CargoDocs solution in order to enhance their joint offering for future customer transactions. As the industries are now aiming to reduce their over-reliance on paper to address environmental, efficiency, and safety concerns, the integration between the two solutions looks to further facilitate the goal for the trade finance sector. Now, for those of you guys who might not remember, Contour used to be called Voltron Blockchain. They were rebranded Contour, and they have received startup seed money from R3, as well as some other big companies that wanted to invest in them. I believe, they've gathered funds from Bain & Co., Bangkok Bank, BNP Paribas, which is a Ripple partner, HSBC, ING Bank, also another Ripple partner, Crypto BLK, and a hefty amount of other venture capital firms. Let me just read this to you. The 400-year-old process of agreeing, issuing, and tracking LOCs. So they do LOCs. So tracking LOCs is largely manual, inefficient, and costly. They're talking about the former method in which this was executed. Each party must keep and verify its separate paper records, creating duplication and discrepancies. Contour digitalizes LOCs on the blockchain, helping banks and corporates save time and money by reducing old-fashioned duplicative processes. So they are already this company who has want to accelerate the blockchain usage for this type of financial transaction. And as we know, they are partnered with R3, which can settle with Ripple on its Corda settler. Also, some of the funding which has gone into Contour are some Ripple partners, and they are into DeFi, okay? So another vertical, a possible vertical for Ripple, and being able to settle with XRP to perform those transactions. So great news there. Thanks so much, XRP Crypto Wolf, for pointing that out. We got another one here, guys, and this I found interesting. XRProbic on Twitter at PROBIC_. XRP and PayID. Now, I found this interesting. Ripple owns the trademark for PayID. This from the United States Patent and Trademark Office. As we can see, PayID, the word PayID is a trademark, and the applicant who owns it is Ripple Labs, Inc. So, despite the fact that many now have gone on the record saying PayID is not associated with Ripple necessarily, it is going to be that worldwide equivalent to an email address so that one can send a payment to another interoperably, regardless of what network you are on. It looks as though Ripple owns the patent for the PayID name. So a huge discovery there. The real credit goes to essDOCS. Just saw he uploaded this over a day ago. So amazing. Didn't realize that myself. I hadn't seen that. So thanks so much to essDOCS and at Probic_ for pointing that out. Very, very interesting, guys. This from the Cryptic Poet at One Cryptic Poet on Twitter. Just in, Ripple partner MoneyGram partners with Korean Fintech Global Money Express to further accelerate digital growth. So MoneyGram extending partnerships as well. Of course, they're a global leader in cross-border P2P payments and money transfers. They today announced a partnership, which was yesterday, with Global Money Express Co., one of the largest money transfer and payment fintechs in South Korea. The partnership enables GME customers to connect to the MoneyGram platform and distribute distribution network in over 200 countries and territories. The integration will especially benefit customers who send money from South Korea to China and South Asia. Partnering with leading fintech companies is a critical component to our strategy to accelerate digital growth, said Camila Chatil, MoneyGram Chief Operating Officer and leader of the company's digital business. We recently reported 100% year-over-year digital transaction growth in May. And guys, this has to do with the pandemic for sure, not to mention all the other people who would have been going digital anyway, but 100% year-over-year digital transaction growth just in the month of May. Our new partnership with GME, one of the fastest growing fintech companies in a key market, will further support its strong digital growth. So MoneyGram, obviously, as you know, using ODL to settle now, getting in more deep into South Korea and forming partnerships there. Great news for MoneyGram and potentially the expansion of ODL usage. Guys, this is well here from XRP Research. 14 million XRP deposited in just the first week. This has to do with coin loans. Boy, there's a lot of news today. More than 14 million XRP deposits within the first week of listing on CoinLoan. So CoinLoan just listed XRP recently. Within a week of the listing, users deposited more than 14 million XRP tokens on the platform, making CoinLoan the leading cryptocurrency lending service that uses Ripple. According to the company, users who deposit their Ripple tokens on the platform can benefit from up to 5.7 APY and take out loans with XRP as collateral. This is the reason the company considers many XRP holders to choose CoinLoan. So you can take loans out 5.7% APY, guys, and so CoinLoan, a vehicle for that. There are a couple of reasons CoinLoan believes that XRP holders are choosing their platform to deposit their XRP coins in such volume. Firstly, there are individuals that use the platform as a way to store their funds safely. According to the company, CoinLoan is a trusted entity with a financial institution license and state-of-the-art security. It's a simple decision. Additionally, users can enjoy earning up to 5.7% annual yield on their holdings, all thanks to the staking mechanisms. As an addition to all this, users can use XRP as collateral to borrow stable coins or fiat assets in both the instant loan section and the lending market on the platform. So guys, if you are interested in that, CoinLoan might be the platform for you. Guys, I will link this article in the description if you want to read the rest of it there. Not too much left. And going to continue on here because there's another one that I wanted to mention too. This from XRP Arcade. Leonidas posted this. Ponzi scheme moves XRP, will exchanges step up? So I don't know if you guys heard this about the Plus token scheme that is occurring. So Plus token, a cryptocurrency Ponzi scheme disguised as a high yield investment program that scammed billions worth of crypto assets, has been actively moving XRP into exchanges in an attempt to cash out. So apparently a lot of unsuspecting victims from China and Korea fell prey to this. Plus token maintained an illusion of sustainable business by pretending the funds were used to develop cryptocurrency-related products, such as the Plus token wallet and exchange. However, returns were generated by dividing more recent investments to pay off older members, so a big Ponzi scheme. This is the classic definition of a Ponzi scheme. Platform administrators closed down the operation in June 2019, so a year ago now. Fraudsters abandoned the scheme by withdrawing over billions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, XRP, and others, and leaving a message, "Sorry, we have run." Clearly, English probably not their first language. Nevertheless, while reports on the number of stolen funds vary, Chainalysis, a blockchain analysis company, gives the following numbers. So we're saying 180,000 Bitcoin worth about 1.7 billion was stolen, 6.4 million Ethereum, which is about $1.5 billion, and 111,000 USDT. Other sources report 26 million EOS and 485 million XRP. In the past, the largest price drops have been attributed to mass sales of these stolen funds. And apparently the XRP, they have tracked it down to a specific wallet address, which is listed here. According to Thomas Silkjar, CEO and founder of XRplorer.com, a resource for insights, analytics, and AML data trying to prevent and combat fraudulent activity on the XRPL, the scammers have been actively moving their XRP to exchanges. So the XRP has gone to exchanges. We can see here in a chart, withdrawn from the shuffle pool is in blue and added to the shuffle pool in red. So more added clearly, and the price was rising. Some more graphs down here. So XRP being used to facilitate this crime. We know, of course, XRP, obviously the chosen asset for many reasons. The speed of it, efficiency, and cost is very low. So on the one hand, governments, FIs of the world can benefit from these fast, low-cost payments. Companies in the private sector can also, help remittance clients use XRP for ODL in order to transfer money smoothly and efficiently and cheaply, but it's always a double-edged sword, guys, and for criminals as well. They can use XRP to move the stolen crypto very, very quickly across the XRPL. I'm sure there's a way to track who these guys are, though. Beyond me to figure that out, but technology is always a double-edged sword. This has always been the case for as long as humans have existed. There are always going to be people trying to game the space. Don't like hearing this, and I'm glad this kind of news isn't in the mainstream, because then it gives the mainstream another reason to hate cryptocurrencies, and we're back, one step forward, two steps back kind of thing. So, wanted to touch on that, but guys, there was a very unusual episode of the Ripple drop, where Brad Garlinghouse, of course, avoiding some questions that XRP hodlers might want to answered. It dropped yesterday, so they were talking to, so Reinhard Kate was discussing with Brad Garlinghouse and a few others about, what's going on during the pandemic, essentially how Ripple is moving forward. A lot of this stuff, they talked to David Schwartz here, and also, I believe, Ashish Birla as well. Nothing too terribly interesting with regards to any kind of new wow kind of developments in the space. Pretty much just status quo. Ripple is always open for business, as Brad Garlinghouse did mention. An interesting thing that Ashish Birla did say, though, is that customers more now than ever don't want to pre-fund fiat currencies around the world, so the need for Nostro and Vostro accounts is diminishing, and even because of this pandemic, less and less do they want to pre-fund currencies that they're not necessarily going to use on a day-to-day basis. Take a look at the pandemic. He says the peso is down 30%, so customers now more than ever want to use ODL to mitigate the risks of currency devaluation. So that was just one of the things mentioned by Ashish Birla. And Brad Garlinghouse always got interesting things to say. Very, very good at dodging questions as well. Reinhard Kate asked him about volatility of cryptocurrency and of XRP possibly, and how that will actually hinder Ripple's bottom line. And you know what Brad Garlinghouse said? Here's what he said. So Reinhard Kate asks, is volatility a problem for settling transactions? And of course, Brad dances around the question by saying, there's volatility in many markets, including the FX market. Right now, we're in an unprecedented time where the pandemic has just caused volatility in so many markets. He does understand how volatility affects the business, but Ripple is consistently adapting to the new circumstances. So not really stating that he is stating that volatility is an issue. Ripple is adapting to said volatility. But what does that make you guys think? XRP price? We need volatility in order for XRP to rise. We need that price to go up. Unless what's on Brad's mind is volatility, those big swings, those large pumps, those large decreases. That's not what Ripple likes. But what could work for Ripple, and it is corroborated by David Schwartz in former Quora posts and Twitter threads from years ago now, is that the price of XRP does need to be high. So if we saw a slowly, steadily increasing XRP price over several years, the volatility that the cryptocurrency market is exposed to right now wouldn't necessarily be a problem. Right now, XRP is acting as Bitcoin is acting because it's an immature space and there is still a lack of utility. But once we see more utility, we will see more XRP usage, and the price will steadily increase because we know XRP price needs to be high in order to target those large value transactions. In the meantime, targeting small value transactions, but we could see XRP price slowly move up, which would mean a reduced volatility, but in this circumstance, the price would continue to rise until it reaches that optimal price in order to fulfill those large targeted transactions that Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz have mentioned in the past. So from what I've understood from this, Brad Garlinghouse saying, probably saying that the volatility right now in the immature crypto space is a bit of a problem, but Ripple is adapting and they are making sure that they are able to conduct business. Despite this, they are adapting to the market. And Brad Garlinghouse even said, XRP is its own market. We do not control XRP. It's going to do what it's going to do. And the fact of the matter is, too, it settles within seconds. So when you are exposed to an XRP price fluctuating over 3 seconds versus a US dollar compared to another fiat currency that you're trading with over several days, which situation would you rather be in from a business standpoint? I think I'm going to leave it there for today, guys. A lot to cover today, and that's just my opinion, guys. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.